Okay, Paul, state your name and your age.
My name's Paul David Smith III. I am 19 years of age.
Okay.
20 next month.
A woman was near death from cancer. One drug might save her, a form of radium that a druggist in the same town had recently discovered. The druggist was charging $2,000, 10 times what the drug had cost him to make. The sick woman's husband, Heinz, went to everyone he knew to borrow the money, but he could only get together only about half of what it should cost. He told the druggist that his wife was dying and asked him to sell it cheaper or let him pay back later, but the druggist said no. The husband got desperate and broke into the man's store to steal the drug for his wife. Should the husband have done that, and why?
Of course he should have done it because it's wrong to break the law, of course, but you have an obligation to save life over your obligation to uphold the law.
Why?
That's a statement.
But why do you think that you should break the law to save your wife?
Because you have an obligation to preserve life before you have an obligation to preserve the law.
So is the life of your wife more important than the law?
Yes.
Why? What makes you think that?
Because life is more important than the law in this circumstance. You should still go to jail for breaking the law, but you still break the law to save your wife. The law still needs to be upheld.
Okay, thank you.
Please state your name and age.
Dean Harris, 61.
I'm going to read your story, and I want you to respond to it in the best way possible.
Okay.
A woman was near death from cancer. One drug might save her, a form of radium that a druggist in the same town had recently discovered. The druggist was charging $2,000, 10 times what the drug had cost him to make. The sick woman's husband, Heinz, went to everyone he knew to borrow the money, but he could only get together about half of what it should cost. He told the druggist that his wife was dying and asked him to sell it cheaper or to let him pay later, but the druggist said no. The husband got desperate and broke into the man's store to steal the drug for his wife. Please respond.
I'm not surprised. We, as humans, react the same pretty much in a moment of desperation. This would have been no different than if my son had fallen in the water and I didn't know how to swim. I would have jumped in after him. If my wife needed a drug and I knew where I could get the drug and I couldn't pay for it, I'd go get it. It's just what we call a desperate move in a desperate situation. He had no control over it. It was an automatic reaction to the situation.
Thank you.